too. Another team pulling up. The last one on the one team's the Mirage. Another team. How many nades do these idiots have? I'm on a medi. Wow.
Hey, what's going on, Champ Squad? My name is Insanity if you guys are new, and welcome back to another Apex Legends video, of course. So today, I'm going to be discussing how you can improve your overall movement in gunfights by improving your strafe, which will just make it a lot more difficult for enemies to land their shots on you. My hope is that this movement guide will make you guys be able to win more of your one-on-one engagements because your movement will be less predictable, and you'll really be able to surprise your enemies with the way you move and strafe. So on the screen now, I'm going to provide an outline of the video with different timestamps of the different things I'm going to discuss. So I will be talking about controller settings that you should use to have better movement and strafe, the wrong way to strafe, which is just the way that most people strafe in the game, and then my best tips for improving your strafe and movement. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So in order to have better controller movement and strafing, there are a few settings that I do highly recommend. The first is that you should play with crouch on hold instead of crouch on toggle. With crouch on hold, you'll just have much tighter control over your strafe and really your movement overall. You'll be able to crouch spam a lot faster and also vary the depth of your crouches, so you can crouch really deep one time and then much more shallow the next, which can really throw your enemies off. So you can just look right here on the screen for a comparison of the overall crouch spam speed between crouch on hold versus crouch on toggle. It's a huge difference. So I've talked about this many times in other videos already, but crouch on hold will help improve your movement significantly, but it will take a little while to get used to. There is a learning curve. It's gonna feel really weird at first, but after a couple days of playing with it, you'll get used to it and it will definitely be worth it. Right, so all the last few clips have been showing my crouch spam with crouch on toggle. You can see it's really slow. When you put crouch on hold, it just changes the game. You'll be able to crouch spam so much faster. Like, the difference is night and day. Like, it's actually crazy how much faster you can crouch spam. You can also vary how deep your crouches are. You can crouch spam starting from a crouch position, and it'll just give you a lot tighter control over your movement. So I highly recommend making the change if you haven't already. So the other main setting that I do recommend tweaking to improve your movement and your strafe is to have your look sensitivity somewhere in the range of 4 to 6 and your ADS sensitivity in the range of 3 to 5. Personally, I play on 5 for my look sensitivity and 4 for my ADS, and this works for me. I've gotten really comfortable with it, but it does come down to preference, so I recommend something in the range of 4 to 6 for look sensitivity and 3 to 5 for ADS. This will make it so that you can turn quickly enough in gunfights and redirect your aim, but your sensitivity won't be so high that it will really negatively affect your aim, especially when hip firing. Alright, so with the settings out of the way, I'm going to discuss how most people strafe in gunfights and why they're strafing the wrong way. So I'd say that most of the player base just strafes side to side, left, right, left, right, left, right, with equal distance strafes like shown here. And the problem with this is that if you move like this during gunfights, it's a very predictable movement pattern. Your strafe will be easily read, and you'll get pretty lasered, because I feel like most players expect you to kind of move side to side in equal distance strafes like I am here. You'll end up getting lasered most of the time because your movement pattern is just super predictable. So really, I think if you are strafing like this currently, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're putting yourself at a disadvantage in gunfights because your movement is just way too predictable. So instead of just strafing left, right with equal distance strafes, the way to have better movement in gunfights is to really make your movement patterns as unpredictable as possible. So there are several different ways of doing this. The first is that you should definitely mix up the length of your strafes. So for example, move left a little bit, then right for longer, then back left, right, left, right. Basically, you don't want to have that just back and forth movement that everyone's expecting you to do when you strafe. It just makes tracking you super easy, and a lot of opponents will be able to predict it. So another way to mix up your movement is to throw in some crouch spams, and if you have crouch on hold, this is great because your crouch spam can be really fast, and a lot of people won't expect that sort of movement because most people play with crouch on toggle, so that's the movement they expect. You also can throw in some jumps into your movement, like when you're switching weapons, and also mix up whether you're hip firing or ADSing, because your strafe speed will actually change. You strafe a lot faster when you're not ADSing, so when you're hip firing, so if you can mix that up as well. So with all these different techniques, you can really just mix up your movement and make it a lot less predictable in gunfights, and it will make enemies not really be able to hit you quite as easily if you're just doing that predictable back and forth strafe. Alright, so yeah, just to quickly summarize kind of what I've been discussing, you basically don't want to do that back and forth strafe that everyone does in this game, especially on a controller. If you can, you're going to want to kind of vary up the distance of your strafe, so maybe go right, right, left, left, you know, just really be unpredictable. Even a one-directional strafe can really throw people off sometimes. And another thing is you want to be able to kind of throw in crouch spams, at least, you know, every once in a while, and if you have crouch and hold, this will be even more effective, and also jump when you can. So if you're switching weapons, I like to jump as I'm switching weapons because it will often make it so that people can't hit me as easily and, you know, buy me some time. So I hope you guys enjoy this gameplay. I do pop off with the wingman, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
They up top? No, down low. Knocked one.
Reloading. Tango down.
Move that way. Took out an enemy. Hostile right here, right in front of me. Reloading. Whoa. Using grapple.
Tango up.
Reloading. Enemy down.
Down low.
Got one here. She got bamboozled.
45 seconds. Ring ain't far. Down to target.
These are playing so weird.
Took out an enemy.
Down to target.
Down. Decoy. Wait, no, I'm not the decoy. Firing. Here I go. I'm down. There's one right here.
Tango
Where are you getting shot at from, Monk?
Good kill, friend. I killed an enemy.
Hold tight. I got your back.
He's not pushing. Now he is.
So painless knocking at the door.
My ult.
Oscar Mike. Couldn't let down range.
They're still fighting.
Eyes up. Incoming replicator. Reloading. Down another target.
I am taking fire. Reloading. Squad down. Now we can loot them.
2 other squads left. Stay focused. Confirm kill. Reloading.
We killed the last one.
I got the banner. Let's bring 'em home.
Reloading.
Give a zipline. No.
Fired, and they're hitting me. Who's ready to fly on a zip line? I am. Charge.
Careful.
Reloading.
There's 2 there looking. Headshotted one of them.